very briefly. It was a very, not so important introductory speech, but very important in the speech was that we thank the US Embassy for the support, because without their support, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you to the US Embassy for supporting our festival. And without further ado, I would like to start the poetry evening with poetry without longer speeches. So who will go first? So our dear guest, Chandru Pasustumari, essential poet, Carolyn Forché. Please.
Thank you so much. It's a great honor to be here in the Republic of Georgia. It's my first time here. And I want to thank the organizers of this festival. It is a wonderful festival, a great group of writers. We're having a thrilling experience, and I want to reiterate my thanks to the United States Embassy for making it possible for us to come all this way to be with you in the Republic of Georgia. I'm going to begin with two poems that came from experience in El Salvador during the period before a civil war there. These two poems came out of experience between 1978 and 1980.
მადლობების შემდეგ დავიწყებ ორი ლექსი. ეს ორი ლექსი უძღვნება ჩემს გამოცდილებას, რომელიც მივიღე ელ სალვადორში, სწორედ სამოქალაქო ომის წინა პერიოდში და ეს ლექსები ამ გამოცდილებიდან გამომდინარე დაიბადა.
The Colonel, what you have heard is true. I was in his house. His wife carried a tray of coffee and sugar. His daughter filed her nails. His son went out for the night. There were daily papers, pet dogs, a pistol on the cushion beside him. The moon swung bare on its black cord over the house. On the television was a cop show. It was in English. Broken bottles were embedded in the walls around the house to scoop the kneecaps from a man's legs or cut his hands to lace. On the windows there were gratings like those in liquor stores. We had dinner, rack of lamb, good wine. A gold bell was on the table for calling the maid. The maid brought green mangoes, salt, a type of bread. I was asked how I enjoyed the country. There was a brief commercial in Spanish. His wife took everything away. There was some talk then of how difficult it had become to govern. The parrot said hello on the terrace. The colonel told it to shut up and pushed himself from the table. My friend said to me with his eyes, "Say nothing." The colonel returned with a sack used to bring groceries home. He spilled many human ears on the table. They were like dried peach halves. There is no other way to say this. He took one of them in his hands, shook it in our faces, dropped it into a water glass. It came alive there. "I am tired of fooling around," he said. "As for the rights of anyone, tell your people they can go fuck themselves." He swept the ears to the floor with his arm and held the last of his wine in the air. "Something for your poetry, no?" he said. Some of the ears on the floor caught this scrap of his voice. Some of the ears on the floor were pressed to the ground.